Standing 6'5", number 9, Pelosi. 6'7", number 22, Andrew Wiggins. Standing 6'5", number 14, Tyler Hero. Number 13, Bam Adebayo. Your Miami Heat head coach is Eric Spoelstra. Your Miami Heat.
Here are the starters for Utah. George out there with Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Walker Kessler. And it's Jackson in at the 4. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the 3. Tim, opening night, always a lot of fun for a broadcaster. But what's it like as a player?
Well, no matter how many years you have in the league, opening night creates more butterflies than any other night. You want to make that great first impression for sure, but you're also really excited that it starts to count.
And are you nervous right now?
A tad, Brian, a tad.
George with the bucket.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Three-pointer. And there's Hero on the assist by Wiggins.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's George. Pass to Markkanen. The baseline J. And the jumper is on the mark.
Well within Markkanen's range. Lowry is so comfortable with his jumper.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Stolen by Wiggins. Pass to Larson, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Wiggins for 3. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, this guy is giving all his energy on every possession. Those are just hustle points from Bam. He got the board and he converted it into 2 points.
Here's Bailey, Markkanen outside. Will it go? He can't hit that time.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Jackson. Wiggins outside. 5 on the clock. Adebayo passes to Wiggins, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That is a big-time finish by Wiggins right there. I love when he finishes with that type of authority.
And, Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Here's Larson. He's got 5. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. George finds Markkanen. Back to George. To the wing, right side. And here's Bailey for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Well, a good idea to set up Bailey. He's got that high release. He's such an exciting young player.
Outside Adebayo. There's the three. Rebounded by the Jazz. George scanning the floor. Pass to Bailey. Kicks it to George. Jackson with a screen on Mitchell. George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one belongs to Wiggins.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. George hits them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Wiggins outside. Mitchell, a screen on Jackson. Wiggins for 3. Miami, no good that time either. Jazz trail by 3. George's shot is good. George has got 6.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
It's Hero on the take. Outside Mitchell. Adebayo, a screen on George. And that one's good. Mitchell.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Pass to Kessler. George outside. Back to Kessler. Here's Bailey. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And a play like this has to make you excited for Bailey's future. If he's able to add more muscle, he's going to be tough to contain.
1 shot.
And there's a lot of upside to Ace Bailey. He's already a gifted shot maker, but you also see signs of elite defensive potential. If he can level up on both ends, Ace will be special.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. And it's blocked by Kessler. George against Mitchell. Up top, Jackson. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Miami has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And it's Mitchell, the miss. The Jazz have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Pass to Bailey. This one for 3. Mitchell grabs the miss. For Miami, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Out of bounds, it'll be Utah's ball. And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we got a breakdown showing the average of 3-point attempts versus 2-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for the Jazz.
And they've really been letting it fly from deep. You see more and more teams doing this in today's NBA, given the league's increased focus on perimeter shooting.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. Jackson for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
I just love the ball move.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 2. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, Adebayo is always a threat to dunk it. He's light on his feet and extremely explosive.
And the defensive versatility of Bam Adebayo is special, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he can guard 1 through 5, and his offensive game is also versatile. Think about how far he's come since he was drafted. He is a testament to work ethic.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Now here's Adebayo. Outside Mitchell. Fires the three. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Bailey. The shot, no good. Good D by Adebayo. Wiggins with it. Guarded now by George. Hero outside. They set the pick. To the middle. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Come on, fans. Let's give a huge mighty welcome to the Heat.
So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Bears checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jaquez comes in for Wiggins. Norman Powell, he's checked in for Larson. And Yakachonis subbed in for Mitchell. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Jackson. Sensabaugh is checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collier in for George. Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Filipowski. Here's Collier. And here's Nurkic for three. Yakachonis grabs the board. Now here's Jaquez. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Powell outside. Up top Ware. Powell sets a screen. Hero for three. And the three-pointer goes. And now a three-point Miami lead.
Well, Hero does not lack confidence shooting the basketball, particularly from deep.
Bailey's shot is off. Miami has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Here's Hero. Out to Powell. Fires from deep. Outside Jaquez. Jacks up a three. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Collier. Softly drops in the floater.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. BA, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. No good on the three. The Heat with the lead. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Ware. And here's Hero. And he drives in. Powell, left side. Just three to shoot. That's short off the rim.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Collier. Here's Bailey. Ware covers. Bailey, the pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Right wing, Ware. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. A minute 20 left to play in the first. Powell outside. Pass to Ware. And here's Adebayo, covered by Filipowski. From 6 feet away, Utah with the rebound. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Beyond the arc. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Yakichonis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Hits the trifecta.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Pass to Sensabaugh. 4-3. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Yakichonis. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Now Adebayo lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Bailey. The Jazz again can't hit. And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami out in front, up by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
So it's Miami now. They lead by 4. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Collier, Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Keyonte George. And it's Kessler in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Collier. Pass to George. Uses the glass on the layup. George has got 8 points.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Jackson against Adebayo. Jaquez with a screen on Jackson. Here's Adebayo. Good D by Kessler.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
The 3. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist from Collier. Markkanen's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. To the inside. Nice flush from Adebayo. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half.
Pass to George. Now Kessler. Ware covers. Here's Collier. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Jackson. Off the left rim and out. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Yakichonis. Down low. Here's Adebayo. Nice work inside by Adebayo.
Adebayo's teammates encourage him to be aggressive down there. He's a very intelligent low-post scorer.
Pass to Kessler. Now Markkanen. George outside. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Now here's Adebayo. Defended by Jackson. 16 feet out. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Jazz have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Markkanen outside. Here's George. Rebound by the Heat.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Now here's George. He's got 11. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen using his size inside.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
And here's a timeout from Erik Spoelstra now. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, you look at the contenders, Tim. Recent history only amplifies the fact that it's a challenge to repeat as champions.
Yeah, B.A., there's a couple of things at work here. First, you're playing much deeper into June, so your offseason is shorter. And then you're a target. Every arena you walk into is a different environment once you're a champion.
Hero, he's checked in for Miami. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. 5th, the Jazz.
And when you look at the numbers from a year ago, they were dominant on the glass. It's a big part of their identity.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Jaquez from behind the arc. The rebound by Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Collier. Powell with a steal. Here's Jaquez. Off the mark there with a 3. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Collier. Markkanen for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Jaquez. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
I like the fight that Jaquez Jr. showed that time. A lot of defense in his face. Didn't matter. He wasn't going to shy away from that shot.
First personal foul. First team foul. 1.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Well, not a whole lot of experience, but you watch Jaime Jaquez, Tim. He looks like a 10-year vet out there.
Yeah, B.A., part of that is because he's a 4-year college guy, and now he's plug and play. He's got great footwork, he's tough, and he has a high IQ for the game.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 9. Good work there as it goes.
Inside Markkanen is difficult to cover. He can be surprisingly agile for his size.
Adebayo a screen on George. Hero for 3. And finished off by Adebayo. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Now here's Jackson. George with it. Guarded by Adebayo. Pass to Collier. Utah moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Markkanen. Oh, tough basket from Markkanen.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Now Hero. Adebayo a screen on George. Hero, the pass to Adebayo, and he gets that one. 14 points for Bam Adebayo.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 13. Back to George. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Hero. Driving in, the 3. Offensive rebound. Adebayo from long range. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
And each year, Adebayo looks more and more comfortable shooting the ball off the catch. He's become a scoring threat from all over the floor.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Heat with some changes. Wiggins, he's checked in for Ware. Larson comes in for Jaquez. And Mitchell subbed in for Powell. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
George passes to Kessler. George outside. Here's Collier. It's Markkanen on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 16. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Larson. Outside Mitchell. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 4. George outside. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Hero outside. Adebayo against Kessler. Fader on the way. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
And scoring is not always his primary responsibility, but this has been Adebayo's night, and they will take it.
Markkanen for 3. Oh, Markkanen drills the 3.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Mitchell, the pass to Hero. Left side Adebayo. Shot from 16. Good on the shot. Adebayo's got 21.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Kessler. Launches a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Larson. He's got 5. Inside. Stolen by Kessler. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. And there it is for him. Collier's gotten his second bucket.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. Now here's Hero. Adebayo sets a screen. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George passes to Jackson. And that misses. That would have put him up.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And they double up Adebayo. Wiggins right side for 3. It's hauled in by Collier.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Markkanen. Markkanen using his size inside.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Bears checked in for Bam Adebayo. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Sensabaugh is checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And Bailey subbed in for Collier. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up.
Well, the defense challenged Wiggins that time, but just a little too aggressive.
And the athletic platform for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, it is top tier.
Yeah, B.A., it's rare to see him overmatched from a physical standpoint. The #1 overall pick in 2014. He's never been a consistent star, but at his best, he can play with anyone in this league.
First one falls for him. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did. Well, look at Wiggins, year after year, showing up and getting it done. Really a solid career, and has some big-time highlights sprinkled throughout.
Here's George. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Wiggins with the inside bucket. Nice.
Yeah, that's on the defense there. Now, you can't let Wiggins get this kind of positioning inside.
Pass to George. The three is up. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Larson. Miami moving it around. And here's Hero. Lets it go from the wing. The offensive rebound. There's the triple. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 3. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." PA?
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc, and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
George drives in. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bailey. Shot clock at 5. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists tonight.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Wiggins passes to Mitchell. Hero on the wing. Puts up a 3. Hero with another miss.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
George outside. Here's Bailey. Connects on the 17-footer. And now just a 2-point Heat lead.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, the intensity has been there defensively. Are you pleased with what you've seen?
Well, they're going to continue to attack. I mean, that's the identity of their team. They're not going to stop, and the ability to finish our defense with rebounds will be important.
You have to match their resiliency. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
An amazing start for your Occupy Arena Entertainment.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Heat.
The effort from them in terms of rebounding has been terrific. That really helps in a tight game.
When you clean the glass, you can see through the finish line.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Here's Mitchell. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Larson in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jackson outside. Pass to Bailey. Back to Jackson. Now here's Markkanen. Jackson right side. Clock at 4. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
George passes to Bailey. 3-pointer off the mark. Heat leading by 8. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, with his ability to get to the rim, the defense sometimes overreacts to that, and Wiggins able to draw the contact inside.
The first one falls. Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
Mitchell against George. Bailey, the pass to George. Kessler, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Hero. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bailey. And we see a shot chart here for Bam Adebayo.
And the thing that impresses me is that he's going hard in the paint, not backing down from any challenge, just looking relentless in how he's going at the defense. It's really working for him so far.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Hero outside. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Hero. Here's Mitchell. The 3 is up. Hits a 3-pointer. Mitchell's got 6.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And here's Jackson, pounded by Wiggins. George passes to Bailey. The Jazz again can't hit.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins outside. Here's the 3. Utah grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Nice shot by George.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
Hero outside. Now Mitchell. And there's the drive. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Utah shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
At the line for the Jazz, George, 1.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Wiggins. Miami moving it around. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist from Adebayo. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. George against Mitchell. George passes to Jackson. It's Markkanen on the wing. 18 points for him. Here's Bailey. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Mitchell against George. The fadeaway. And George with some nice D.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Here's Jackson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson's got 5 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 11 rebounds in the game. George with it. Hero picks him up. George outside. Counted from distance. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Here's Hero. Pass to Mitchell. From downtown. The rebound by Jackson. Jazz trail by 6. And when you think of the league's point of attack pests, Davion Mitchell earns his keep defensively, Legs.
Well, we've all taken notice of that on-the-ball defense. He is one of the best in the league at that, but he is starting to find his scoring prowess in this league as well as he continues to improve his efficiency.
Great defender. Pass to Larson. George against Hero. Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take... Two free throws now.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Miami.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
That's good from George. Collier, he's checked in for Kessler. Good on both. Heat leading by 4. Hero right side. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
And around the basket, Tyler Hero is a very creative finisher.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. Markkanen sets a screen. Clock at 6. Stolen by Wiggins. Hero right side. Adebayo in the post. Jackson on him. That one goes in. Adebayo's got 23 points.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz, number 20.
Here's Collier.
Filipowski.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Collier. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bailey. And Hero grabs the board.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Outside Mitchell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kyle. Filipowski, Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Davion Mitchell.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. Utah making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. He's off on the second. Jazz trail by 8. To the middle. Pass to Collier. Now here's Markkanen. Takes the three. And another miss by Utah. Inside. Here's Wiggins. It's not going to go for him. Nurkic with some nice D. Here's Collier. Check by Mitchell. Here's Bailey. He's got 10. Pass to Nurkic. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, when he sets the pick, Nurkic can do different things on the roll. Makes him hard to track.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Jazz trail by 8. Markkanen outside. Pass to Nurkic. Unloads. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Yeah, when Nurkic is healthy, he's a difference maker for his team.
Here's Larson. Here's Mitchell. Drops in the layup for 2. Mitchell's got 8 here in this quarter.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Here's Collier. Check by Mitchell. Filipowski in the post. Wiggins on him. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Filipowski, 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Ware's checked in for Adebayo. Jaquez comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Powell, he's checked in for Larson. And Yakachonis subbed in for Mitchell. It's both from the stripe. Now Powell, yet to see a basket. To the inside, here's Yakachonis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Bailey. 10 points for him. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bailey. And another miss by Utah.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Here's Yakachonis. 5 points in the game. Here's Hero. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. The shot no good. Some solid D from Jaquez. Hero with it. He's got 19. Out left to the wing. Here's Yakichonis. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Collier. There's a screen by Nurkic. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Hero outside. Plenty of space. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Utah, Collier, 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. And so he hits both. Heat leading by 5. Outside Jaquez. 1:35 left in the third quarter. Again, the Heat misses.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Nurkic has got 6 points.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Three-pointer Yakichonis. He drops it from range. Yakichonis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way much space.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Jackson. He's got 5. Here's Collier. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. From outside, off the mark. Jazz trail by 6. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Jackson outside. Here's Collier over Yakichonis. That's good from Collier on the assist from Jackson.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Now here's Powell. The 3-ball. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Heat out in front, up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Jaren Jackson out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Collier. Then there's George. And it's Sensabaugh in at small forward. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Shooting for Utah, Kessler, 2.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Powell outside. Pass to Iacochonis. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. And the Heat lead by 6.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Shooting for Utah, George, 2.
That's good from George. Bailey's checked in for Collier. George hits them both. Heat leading by 4. Powell surveying the D. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jaquez. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo.
When Jaquez is hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
George outside. Down low. Kessler with a bucket.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Miami has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Adebayo against Jackson. Pass to Ware. Here's Iacochonis. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter, and they get it back.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. It's George on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Miami leading by 7. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by the Jazz. Bailey's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Kessler up top. Adebayo against George. And there's the rejection. To the middle. Got a hand on it. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And it's Miami with a rebound. Pass to Powell. Here's Iacochonis. And here's Ware from outside the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Bailey goes back up. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, attacking in the lane. I like that. Really not just hanging out on the perimeter.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in.
1.
Miami leading by 4. Adebayo, a screen on George. Hero finds Adebayo. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
The first free throw is good.
Well, Bam Adebayo is an accomplished veteran. He's a proven winner who loves to compete. He's made multiple finals appearances, and he has a gold medal in that trophy case.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Utah with the ball. 6-point game. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Pass to Sensabaugh. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Jaime Jaquez.
At the line for the Jazz, Sensabaugh. 2.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now Powell. Fires the three. Connects from downtown. Powell's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bailey, the pass to George. Shoots over Hero. George, no good.
Right, it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Here's Jaquez. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 9-point Miami lead.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Different look here for Utah. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And it's Collier in for George. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. Coach told them to adjust on defense, saying they're calling it tight right now. We can keep the same effort, but less reaching in and all that. Don't let them beat us at the line. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
At the line for the Jazz, Collier. 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So hits one and misses one at the line. Heat leading by 8. From deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Hero's got 22.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Kessler with it. Working on Ware. Markkanen with it. Pass to Collier. Here's Bailey. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
What body control with a defender right in his face. You can't do it any better than that.
Outside Jaquez. Ware in the post. He's covered by Kessler. Hero for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Adebayo against Markkanen. Here's Collier. Back to Markkanen. And here's Bailey for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 16th rebound on the night.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
And their strategy is obvious. manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Pass to Hero. Let's go with a three. Fires in the triple. Hero's got 16 in the second half.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Tyler Hero.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Wow, he really played phenomenal tonight, but we've almost come to expect that from him. He feeds off the energy from this crowd, and it certainly plays a part in elevating his game. Miami moving it around. And the three off target. Jazz trail by 16. Jackson with a screen on Hero. George passes to Jackson. Count it.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Mitchell. It's Wiggins on the wing. Adebayo a screen on Jackson. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. George passes to Markkanen. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Markkanen's got 23 points.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Mitchell finds Adebayo, and finished off by Adebayo.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, a little exclamation point. Here's George, and he lays it up and in. That's 29 for him.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Mitchell into the lane. The kick out to Adebayo. Adebayo a screen on Jackson. Wiggins with it, and Kessler picks him up defensively. And finished off by Adebayo.
Yeah, that's nice work right there. He sets the screen, and then Adebayo just finds that open space to be effective with the ball.
It's George on the wing. Takes a three. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 14. On the wing, Mitchell. Hero, left side. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's. The Jazz have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. George passes to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. Jackson surveying the D. The three ball is down.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Heat leading by 11. And here's Mitchell. Hero outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Can't hit it.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
He just wants the ball more than anybody else on the floor, and it's ending up in his hands as a result. Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. They led by as many as 18. The drive by Jackson. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Adebayo. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. From downtown, Bailey pulls it down. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 15-4 run. That's what he wanted.
By maximizing their potential on every scoring opportunity, they've somehow, some way made this a thrilling finale.
Adebayo sets a screen. Oh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Here's Larson. It's guarded by Markkanen. 5 to shoot. Wiggins down low. Jackson on him. Yes, sir! Count it!
Yeah, that is physical that time by Wiggins, just showing you a lot of grit.
Now Markkanen. Outside George. Now Markkanen fires the 3. Wiggins with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
40 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Hero for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
Oh, rejected by Wiggins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins. George fires. Buries it from outside. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Davion Mitchell.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And Utah calls time here. They trail by 5. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
And here are the Jazz. They're on a 20-7 run. Jackson cashes it in.
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr. Not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Timeout called, the Jazz. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. And if they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Jazz foul. George. Third personal foul. Penalty. Now at the line, Davion Mitchell. 2.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Yeah, to tie it up, absolutely.
Oh, he got it! Oh. He nails it at the buzzer!
Just in time.
Incredible! Just when you think the game is over, it's not.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Lauri Markkanen out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Bailey. And it's George in at the point.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
It's George on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Yes, sir! Count it!
The way George handles the ball and finds ways to finish inside make him very dangerous.
Team foul. At the line for the Jazz, George, 1.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Man, this guy is a natural bucket getter. It is so difficult to slow him down.
Here's Nurkic. George, right side. Oh, the shot is off. Heat shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by George. It's off.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, touches it off the glass.
And since being a lottery pick, we've seen Lowry add muscle, helping his strength.
Second team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen, 1.
That's good for Markkanen.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
Here's Mitchell. Stolen by Jackson. George against Hero. Now George. There's a screen by Nurkic. The 17-footer. And he sinks the jumper.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Outside Wiggins. Hero. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And this is an area where Tyler Hero is so dangerous. No hesitation off the catch.
Nurkic a screen on Mitchell. Markkanen outside. Here's George. Now Markkanen. 6 to shoot. 10-footer is good.
I have to praise Markkanen's effort level. I mean, putting in the work to find a shot.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Let's hear it from all the dancers.
Heat trail by 3. Mitchell outside. Andrew Wiggins. And the 3 misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Jackson. Cleared away by Hero. Up top Wiggins. Now Hero. Let's loose for 3. Oh, it's off target. Now here's George.
Andrew Wiggins, 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul. At the line for the Jazz, George.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Big free throws there, extending this to a 2-possession lead.
Here's Adebayo. From 12 feet out, Nurkic with a rebound. 1:46 left in the OT period. Outside George. Nurkic outside. He launches. Wiggins with a rebound. Miami's gotten 1 of 3 shots to fall from deep in OT. Oh, off target from downtown. Utah leading by 5. Now George. Nurkic to screen on Mitchell. Here's Nurkic. Outside George. From deep. Another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now Adebayo. It's stolen by Nurkic. Stolen by Mitchell. Now Adebayo. Jams it home.
Yeah, they need to get him the ball. Adebayo has a ton of big game experience.
All right, Grant, trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door. Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Wiggins fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. So we see Utah get the win here. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
NBA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought, but when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Jaren, you've shown yourself to be an impact player at both ends of the floor, but is defense where it starts?
Yeah, you know, the talking keeps me active, just being able to move my feet, being able to stay low on defense, you know, all those things keep you engaged. And when you do those things, you can make a big impact as the anchor of the team. And, you know, everybody else, they take pride in defense. So if I'm working with everybody else, it's great.
Thanks, Jaren. Congrats on your success.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Tyler Hero.